because CJ McCollum was asked about Zion Williamson and where he's been at, and his answer made headlines, as it should have. As you'll see, it kind of points out that Zion's about as checked out as you can be as a professional athlete that an organization is paying, what, $10 million a year right now? Rookie deal?
A lot of money.
We got it ready to go. Here is CJ McCollum. He's on the set. Is it ESPN or NBA on TNT?
TNT.
Okay, so he's with the TNT crew, the GOATs. And they ask him, because he just goes to Pelicans, hey, and remember, this man, CJ McCollum, is the head of the NBA Players Association, leader through and through. And that's a strong association. Jake, I know you have problems with your own PA, but NBAs don't mess around. NBA's got good representation, and you don't trip and fall into that job. It's a man who's averaged over 27 years in a row. And, here's what he had to say when they asked about Zion.
Again, you got Brandon Ingram, you have yourself, Zion. Have you had a chance to talk to Zion about anything? Have you? I heard he was working out or somewhere else in another city. That's obviously the missing piece of what you guys are going to do.
He's a big part of our future. Obviously, we're looking forward to getting him back. I haven't had conversations with him directly. I've spoken to some people close to him and look forward to sitting down with him sooner or later. But I don't really. I know about as much as you do right now, but I want to get to the bottom.
No.
I mean, they're shocked. They are shocked, and they rightfully should be. He's so checked out that he hasn't even had a conversation with one of the greats in the game, the salty vet that comes to join the squad, your NBA Player Association president, and he joins up with you, and he calls you a big part of the future and all these other things, and y'all ain't even spoke? I don't know, man. That is the most damning commentary of anything on where Zion currently stands with the Pelicans that I've heard.
Yeah, because you would assume, one of the first things that CJ probably asked was, okay, well, tell me about Zion. Where is he at? Can I help? Can I reach out to him? Can I get him back in the building? All those type of things. But if he has no answers, who does have the actual answers? And typically, if you're injured, you can have your own people on the outside, but you still have to check in and come in the building. At least you did in the NFL. I don't know how the NBA works.
No, he's straight up in California or whatever, right?
So in the NFL, you have to, if you're on the IR, at any point they can ask you to come back to the facility for their team, for the team doctor to look at you. Even if you had surgery with your own guy and you have your own people, by contract, you have to come back and at least allow the team doctor to look at you.
Well, and beyond that, you could tell that McCollum even knows it's weird. He wasn't really trying to hide it. He had that grin it's pretty insane. And I don't think you can't lose that. He said, I'm going to get to the bottom of it. What do you get to the bottom of? You get to the bottom of mysteries, of problems, of something that's a bit odd, a bit out of the norm, right? And he's saying that what Zion is doing is a bit odd in his opinion.
Yeah, and he deserves a lot of credit here, I think. CJ McCollum showing really good leadership, showing that he really cares and wants to make it work in New Orleans. But just a terrible look for Zion. This situation's been so sketchy. Can y'all imagine this happening in any other NBA market? If this situation was happening with the injury updates the way they've been, with how little we've heard about Zion, this is absolutely unbelievable. And it's also a bad look on David Griffin, because if y'all remember when the trade happened last week, he said that Zion was really excited to play with CJ McCollum and that he was even upset that he couldn't be in New Orleans to receive him when CJ got on the team. So again, what Griffin's saying is contradicting what's really happening. It's just a terrible situation. And it's sad because the Pelicans have been playing pretty well without Zion, despite the fact they're on a losing streak going into the break. But just a terrible development in what's been a terrible situation.
Yeah, and I hope that CJ can get to the bottom of it, right? I don't know that I believe that he can, but I hope that he can, and I hope that Willie Green and this team, again, I like how the All-Star break came into play. Mara, you've been mentioning a lot of Pelicans fans feeling maybe struggling with the rotations a little bit, struggling to figure out how they want to break down the usage and everything with McCollum on the team. I think the All-Star break really helps in that regard. You get in the film room, get in the lab, start to break a lot of that down, and then hopefully here you go on a run because, you have a very good chance of getting that 10 seed. AD out for the Lakers, right? So, like, I mean, the door is open for you. And again, probably the best thing that you could do for Zion and the Pelicans is to prove that you don't need Zion on the Pelicans.
Hopefully we get an update soon, whether it's he's out for the season or whatever it is. I think that team kind of needs this weight lifted off its shoulders.
I think so, too. And they need this question to go away. CJ shouldn't have to answer that question on the set of TNT. Like, he should know he's either out or he's in. Like, for CJ, he's probably, I don't know. Like, that looks awful, but he doesn't know. And so what else do you expect him to say? So, like, if you come out like, hey, he's done for the year, we got to shut him down, you can answer that question. Or if you're like, hey, there's a real opportunity for him to come back. Here's the date that we think he can come back. That's the thing. Give me a date. Like, quit telling me regular season. Say he's going to be back around March 15th.
Yeah, he said maybe after the All-Star break.
You know what I'm saying? Like, give me a date. Or just tell me he's done, because like, this basketball team doesn't need to keep answering questions about Zion if he's done for the year.
No, they do not. And I'm excited. I think they're going to go to run here. I really think they will. And I think that we'll be celebrating McCollum and Brandon Ingram, and I think he kind of will be lost in shuffle a little bit. But we shall see. Coming up, let's go ahead and close out hour number 2 here on OTB. Keep it locked.